Hey there, I hope you're doing well today. So on my walk today, I asked what was for the highest and best good for humanity to hear, some kind of message. And right away I got talk about intuition. Dispel the myths about intuition, because a lot of people, they're coming to me and they're asking me, how can I strengthen my intuition? What is this all about? And so what intuition is, it's the knowing of knowing something that you don't know how you know it. It's that gut feeling, okay? And the reason why they want me to talk about it is because people think that intuition is out there, or it's hard to attain, or it's only for the psychic people or spiritual people or whatever. But the truth is that we all have intuition. It's our sixth sense. Okay, that's what it is. It's that knowing, it's that gut feeling. But what has happened with humanity is that our connection to our intuition has been jammed. Okay, our intuition, it's never disconnected. We're always connected to our intuition, but sometimes we just don't hear it, we don't listen to it, or we don't know that it's trying to talk to us. So some of the things that block our intuition are chemicals in our air, food, and water. Zoning out on social media, it keeps us from knowing who we are, paying attention to who we are. So when we engage in these activities of having chemicals in our body, or chemical substances, and zoning out, what it does, it disconnects us from ourself. It disconnects us from our emotions. And our emotions, when they are honored, that is what keeps us in touch with our intuition. So it's not about raising your vibration. It's not about sitting on a mountaintop and meditating for days upon end to get these answers. It's about listening. The answers are always there, always. But it's up to us to be quiet enough and still enough to hear them. And then when we hear them, to trust what we're getting. And then when we trust what we're getting, act on it. Because oftentimes we will be guided to do something and we'll disregard it. And intuition doesn't come like a lightning bolt in the sky. Intuition is very quiet and it's very subtle. And it always, always feels good. Okay? And it could be something so simple like go to the library and go get this book. Or you see an event and it's like, oh, I'm being called to go to that. I don't know why, but I need to be there. And doing that, and in turn, you'll probably meet somebody that can help you on the next leg of your journey. And it also goes the other way too. I had a friend, like she was going to the fair a couple years ago with a friend, and she goes every year. It's a tradition. She goes with her friend every year. But this particular year, she had a really uncomfortable feeling about it. She goes, I just don't feel I should go. And I said, then listen to that. Did she listen to that? No. But what she did do, she had two cars that she could drive. She had a big Suburban that she could drive, or a little Corvette. And she was going to drive the Corvette because it was a fun outing, but she said, no, you know what, I'm just going to take the truck. So she took the truck, and on the way, she got rear-ended by a delivery truck. If she was driving that Corvette, she wouldn't have made it. So that's why it is so important to listen to your intuition both ways. You either get a really good feeling in your gut, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go do this, or you have this things like, oh man, I don't think I should go to that, and you don't go. Listen to that. You don't marry that person, you don't go to that event, or whatever it is. But the thing is that when we listen to our intuition, it can help us live a life that is a lot more peaceful. Because when we don't listen to our gut, when we don't listen to our intuition, we make decisions either based on fear or what we think we should do. And then we go down this path where it's like, oh man, I should have listened to myself. Which is fine too, because you're learning about that, right? You're learning to trust your gut, or there was a lesson there that you had to learn. But the more that you trust what you're getting, so first be quiet and still, And that doesn't mean like sit on the mountaintops. That just means disconnect for a little bit. Go for a walk in nature. Sit, do art, play music, something that disconnects you from social media, from your electronics, from work, from the chaos in your life, okay? Disconnect from that. And when you disconnect from those things, that's when you can feel more of a connection with your intuition, and it will come through a lot clearer. So when you spend time with yourself in without the chaos and the quiet, then you can hear those messages. They also come through words, they come through lyrics, they come through books, they come through the spoken word. So it's not always here in your head, but you'll see something. It's like, oh man, I really needed to hear that today. And then it'll click and it's like, oh, there's my answer. So it's about being self-aware. Okay? You can do this. Everybody has intuition. It's not something that needs to be attained. You've already got it. You just got to listen and trust it. So I hope that helps. My husband and I, we have a membership community that is growing like crazy, and it is here to help support you through this awakening process. So if you have questions about spirituality, if you need emotional support, if you just like to be connected to people that think the same way you do, so you don't think that you're crazy, that's what our community is about, and it's all online. My husband and I do healing sessions twice a month. I do readings once a week, and it's really a lot of fun. So if that calls to you, go to my website, drlararomero.com/community. Check it out, and if it calls to you, join our membership, join our community. So I hope you have a beautiful day.